All right, we are on the backside in the weekend round of the 2022 Winter Major. I played like shit in the front. I dropped two of the par fours, and how are you playing, Kevin? Kevin's on the line.
Not very good.
Not very good.
I only got a 14, so
I got a 14.
I missed a wedge on 6 and screwed up hole number 2 completely.
So this is the
Well, I didn't get a hole in 1. So.
this is the reality time, right? So like minus 12 is always the minimum score. This course is minus 15 to even be in the conversation. If you shoot anything 30 plus, now you're in the banner hunt, because I mean there's probably a few brackets where somebody with a 30, the top 30 might get a banner, but pretty much everybody that shoots higher than 30 is going to be like, there may be a few brackets where people don't get a banner with a 31, but those are going to be the exception, wouldn't you think?
Yeah.
I mean, there'll be fights at 31, but like if you shoot a 32 or better, so like if I come in with a minus 13, I mean reality time, that means I got to shoot shit. I'd have to shoot an 18 to come in with a 31. So minus 18. And we're going for 15, so that means I have to pick up either all the par 3s or all the par 5s. So I mean that's doable. But here's the other thing. I still have my odd account. And the last time we played these Nordic Fjord holes, my auto account never has any power 5 balls or anything yet, so I just have to play with mortal balls. And I actually did better in Nordic Fjords with just power 3 balls and finagling it than I did with access to bigger balls, because my shot setups were different. So I actually think I'm going to play the back 9 like I'm going to play odd so that I can practice for it. So I'm just going to use like Kingmakers and Titans on all the holes that I was using power 5 balls on, so I can get my topspin stuff worked out. That's my plan. And shit, at this point, I got to go for it, so I'm just going to go for it on every hole. But I don't want to burn any of my power 5 balls, because like I'd have to get on a pretty good streak, and I can still get on that streak with power 3 balls, so it's not like I'm lowering my chances, because I'm going to have to do it. Odd has done, I shot 31 with odd, and there was 4 or 5 of us in the top. There was 4 or 5 31s. Alrighty, you ready?
Yep.
Hole number 1. We got to get an eagle. All right, let's get matched up on the back every hole.
All right. You ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go. I got someone immediately. I've never got someone.
Like every time we've ever been matched up, it's always been at like the 5 or 6 second mark. So I waited 5 seconds right there, but it seems like today you're getting hooked up really fast and I'm getting hooked up like I'm still spinning. I'm spinning. 77. Why 77? Do you know why? Because you get 8 more. That's why. All right. Tighten. Three, 4. It's 1.5 per ring. I'm gonna do 10%, so that's 3.7. So
oh, I hit great to the right.
It's about 2.5 rings. I'm not gonna put that wind back on there.
I should have pushed it back up. I should have.
I hit a 1 ring grade on the inside. That looks good. It might be too fast. Right here is going to be the tell. It did hit through onto the fringe. And it would have dropped right back down to the cup. And this is actually kind of a shitty pitch to have to do from the top of the hill. This is actually a pitch where I'm at, was exactly what we were talking about earlier. Kevin and I were talking about, you get into some of those
And that's
spots.
going straight at it, right?
Well, I'm on the top of the hill
Break.
behind it, so I got to go down
Yeah,
the hill,
if
and
it's
so I got all
straight
that break.
But wait, I'm sorry, I cut you off because I knew what you were going to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, move closer and put backspin instead.
Yep. So if you're in those
Unless
spots,
you're
you
perfect straight, right?
yeah, it just depends on how the topspin rolls out. But sometimes your topspin's not cooperating with you if you use a rapier, so you can put on like one backspin and get really close to the cup and get rid of all that crap. And then you're hitting it basically exactly like most people hit an inbringer. My opponent's in the perfect spot. That pitch from where my opponent's at on the low end is super easy. But if I remember correctly, you got all this kind of movement, so get close to the cup and don't chase the topspin. Now, wind may be a factor, so I'm going to hedge my bet and I'm going to go on the left-hand side of the cup, not that close. Hey, get off of that. The freaking ring set's so small, I can barely even grab it. Hitting it perfect. And we'll see if wind was a factor if it hits the flagpole. And it came in on the other side of the flagpole, so wind was definitely a factor. And it's not just wind from up there, it's the break of the course, because you're on that hill and everything's breaking so hard to the left. I got a little lucky right there, actually. Okay, I recovered from one of the scripts that I did on the front.
You weren't in the rough, were you?
No, I was on the fringe, but I was on the fringe at the top.
Very top.
Yeah, at the very top.
That's weird because normally I haven't seen anyone really get stuck up there. Normally, what happens? I guess you went to the fringe, so. But if you keep it on the green, it'll hit the top and it'll roll right, like you said, roll right back. Not right back towards it. It's going to come. If you're looking at it from a tee, it's always going to come left as it goes down that hill.
Yeah, but it's a super short putt.
Oh yeah. It always leaves you super. No matter where you end up on the back of that hill, it'll roll down first super. I think there might be a bit of a spot where if you're at the very, very top right at the back, and that's where it starts to funnel back towards the cup, you might actually have a chance there. But from everything I've seen, it always comes left of the pin when it rolls back down. But it's fine, like you said, it's fine. It's a super short putt. It's not gonna make it get the old par 4 albatross.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay, so on the back, we're doing plus 40 again.
Plus 40, 1.4 times whatever the wind is. All right, I'm ready.
Okay, I need to find. Found it. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
And I only waited about second half, and I got somebody right off the bat. That is so funny.
I know, spin.
Yeah, that's funny. That's funny.
Okay, here we go.
See what my opponent does. I like the shot from down where my opponent's at, because when you're down there, the way that, see where this deep shadow is right here, we're actually kind of using that fairway as a rough. When they get up there, if they go past the hole, and they're going to go past the hole, when it spins back around and looks towards the tee-off area, this area right in front of where they're at, if you hit it, you basically get a rough bump off the fairway. And so the next bounce after that is super flat, and you go from that little teeny area right to the fringe, and then it just releases and rolls up to the cup. And that's the effect that Dunner and I are trying to get. So when our shots, if you haven't watched any of the videos up to this point this week, when you look at where our ball guide is going, it's not, my ball guide doesn't look like it's going towards the cup. But there's a spot.
All right, I got the roll.
Okay, let me do the wind first.
In the
4.5.
fucking hole.
6-3. I have a big wind and I don't have any wind balls. So it's 6-3.
I'd even add on like a plus 0.2 or something.
Hitting it perfect. My shot's not quite set up right because I hit the red line right at the very end, and I caught the slide. I because I couldn't pull back that extra little bit. I hit the rough bump that we're trying to hit, and then it just slid.
Got super speed roll.
Yep, I got the super speed roll.
Past the cup.
Yeah, way past the cup.
Yeah.
And you know, for me going downhill, and it's downhill, side hill, it's a pretty long putt. For me.
Yeah, but you won't have to pull back too far because it's downhill, so
Yeah.
you don't need as much power. Yeah, I had that happen once. I played this hole so many freaking times this week. I saw, actually, it was Jordan Lee in his qualifying round. I watched him, and he was the one
In the
that
hole.
was playing the shot. And so,
Yeah, but you
Show
can
the
see from
Jordan
right there
Lee. you
the
don't
area I was talking about.
aren't subscribed to Jordan Lee, he's another good content provider. Plays all the visions. His streams are super fun.
What's his
Got
name?
all
Jordan
kinds
Lee?
of graphics. Jordan Lee, yeah, fellow Canadian.
So for those of you that aren't familiar with what that looks like is, so the course is coming down. Here's the tee pad for the Ricky tee box, and when it comes down the hill, it's coming into a little hollow, and then it hits the green, and then it comes back up to the cup. And where my opponent was hitting, they were hitting up here on the flat behind that. But there's a spot right there you could see when it was looking back towards the tee box where it's super steep, and you can use those type of areas to do basically. And there's another par 3 that we just played, the little peanut par 3, that's the most hole-in-oneable hole in the game. That the way to go at it is with backspin, and you actually use this type of terrain to produce a rough bump in the fairway.
Yeah.
And if you can get that to happen, the first bounce is super flat, and if it goes to the second bounce and clips the fringe, when it clips the fringe, it releases and goes right towards the cup. If you miss it like I did, where I was a little forward and it misses the fringe, when it goes on that flat bounce and it hits the fairway, it goes for a wild ride.
Yeah. Well, see,
You don't want to miss that fringe.
No, that's actually on this hole. That's not actually the case. You can land your third bounce on the green. I just did it on this hole right here. It's just you can't. It has to be. If you hit the fringe, that's great. It'll do what it's supposed to do. But if you go onto the green, like the first, I don't know, let's say 5 squares onto the green, or three or 4 squares onto the green, that's when it'll give you that dead bounce where you don't even get close to the hole. But if your third bounce ends up like 5 squares onto the green, you end up getting the same effect where it just rolls out. And as long as you get that roll, not a super speed roll, but a nice smooth roll, it's always, if it's not in, it's like right beside the cup, no matter like where it ends up landing. I noticed that when yesterday when I was doing my guinea pig round, I did one practice in this hole, and I was like, okay, it's tailwind. Last time we had something that was like tailwind. I did plus 40, so I did plus 40 right away, and my very first practice, I sunk it. So I was like, okay, so I went and watched the video, and I realized that the third bounce wasn't even close to what the ball guy was saying. But it doesn't matter to me because it worked out. So as long as if you either hit the fringe in your third bounce, or hit like 5 squares into the green, maybe 4 or 5 squares onto the green, you'll still get that same roll out. And then, yeah, I'm going to call it a funnel because I've hit it every single time this week on at least 2 accounts. And the landing spot or that third bounce or whatever has never been in the same spot twice. Well, maybe. Anyway, yeah.
Are you ready?
There's definitely room for error.
Are you ready for this par 5?
Par 5. I need. Which one is it? Oh, this is the. Okay. Yeah, I need that ball. Yes, I'm ready.
All right.
3, 2, 1, go.
I went about a second after you. And I janked my drive on this on the front, and I did recover. But I didn't have a shot at the Albie. And I have hit an Albie on this week, and I did that I did plus 40 to the cup, and I leaned, just barely leaned against the nubs on the left-hand side.
It's almost the same when it's the front. So I'm going to try.
Well, I hit it so many. I had to recover.
To the hole.
And I did. I put myself in my normal recovery spot, but I don't like having to recover. Let's not do that again. Okay, 2.9. I'm going to do 10%, so that's 3.2. Just hit it straight forward. Hitting it perfect. Should have a nice sniper shot. I can stay 3 rings of separation off of that sand from where I'm at. I will have to bring it slightly back to the cup.
Yeah, I'm always aiming on my second shot. I'm always aiming at the bottom right corner of the bunker. Maybe a little bit in front of that, the very end of it where it comes out.
Yep, I'm in that same area, but I'm in that area, that sand right there, because sometimes we get wind.
I can go further up if I want, but that's the spot I want to go for.
I like to stay, that sand, sometimes we have to pull towards the sand, and so I always set my shot up on that one 3 rings off, and that gives me a little bit of maneuverability depending on the wind.
Yeah, I'm doing red ring, but again, if it's a situation where I have to pull into the bunker, I'll set it up so I pull over the bullseye instead. Okay,
40%, 1.4 times 3.9 equals 5.46. I'm going to be 3 rings off. I'm at the plus 5. I'm just going to dial it up. I want to be on the center of the cup. 5.46
Tad
rings.
short if you want.
5.46. Okay, there's 4. There's 5. There's 4.6. And I'm gonna just barely lean to the left. Oh, and I fucking hit it great to the right. Damn! I've only hit 1 perfect shot into this hole all week, and I made it. And when you think about putting on some topspin and running out your sniper, that's exactly how far away great to the right would be.
Fuck! Same. I hit great right, and then...
And both accounts, I've only hit it into the hole perfect once all week, and I made it. Like, that shot's like right on.
My opponent made it though, so good for him.
Yeah, hopefully my opponent will make it. They hit it perfect. El Prefecto.
Yeah, I rolled like a square and a half to the right of the pin. And I hit
They
great.
that distance off right there, that is definitely. Oh, that's just a little teeny bit. All right, eagle.
Damn it. Damn it. Uh, okay, that's all right. Number 5 is the par 5 that you want to get.
Well, this next par 3, I'm ready. Like, I have no freaking clue what club I'm gonna have or what ball, because I've had to change this around because I'm gonna do.
There must be a headwind because my notes say plus 40, but only do 2 squares short instead of 3.
There's a side tailwind actually.
No, okay. Oh well. So my note says that's what I will do.
And what are you doing on that shot?
Use a wind ball. 2 right, 2 back,
With what ball?
and then plus 40. Quasar ball. Power 1
Yeah,
ball. And I'm gonna go
because I don't think
2
I can use a
squares.
katana here with my grizzly. I'm shooting from the other island.
2 squares short and 1 square left. Normally I'd be aiming 3 squares short, but I've written down 2 squares short, 1 left. So
And what's your wind
We'll see.
adjustment again?
plus 40.
Plus 40. All right, I'm ready.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
The man. I got the man. The
Got no
man.
one. Nobody wants to play with me.
Not even you. All right. Let's see what we can do with this wind. I think on the front, I used the Santa ball on this because they're with a 3-power ball to get into their grizzly. So I could use a Titan, but it doesn't have enough side spin. See, they're 2 and some bars into it, and they're that low. I'd have to use a Kingmaker if I want to use my grizzly. Otherwise, I'm going to be taking this at minimum sniper.
This is a.
Let's see what we can get going on here. I'm just going to set it up. We're just going to do it. Let's see what it looks like from this side. 4, so it's 3.5, 4.9. And what are you doing, 2 backspin?
Yeah. From the left. Perfect ball. Let's see what happens.
4.9 rings, so
Let's see.
almost 5.
Nope. I went behind. So the exact same setup as the first one would have worked there. I don't know.
Hitting it perfect. We'll see if we can get it in. I was pointing straight at it, and I did a 40%.
From the right?
Yeah, I mean from where I should have been. I did it from the right. I could have did a 60%, and probably would have been closer. I mean, it bounced through clear. I mean, I was like 6 rings off of the transition up there. I used all the side spin and brought it around. Definitely not enough. If I wanted to go from that side, I don't think it's bouncing out right on the other island. Like, I'm chasing a number, but I don't think it's a elevation thing. I think it's just like that side of the course. It's on a hillside. And the bounces just aren't coming out right. Like, you could hit it right once in a while, but it's not, I don't know.
Yeah, that fairway on that side, like at the left side of that island, I don't really go over there, but...
No, but on
like
the
you said,
front side...
It might be sloped more too, right?
On the front side, on the hole we just played, the wind was blowing from the right to the left, and you had to pull over the edge. And so I played the island, but here it was blowing from the left to the right, so it was safer, so I played the same shot you did.
Oh.
I don't like that side over there if the wind's blowing where you have to pull over that edge. I'm not a fan. All right, hole number 14. What is hole number 14? Par 5. What are we taking on this?
This is the one we're going to get.
Rock. Bag number 2. And a Kingmaker. Well, I can use a Titan.
If you use Titan and go red ring off, you just need to go outside of your ball, just outside the shot circle to the left with curl.
All right, you ready?
Titan. Yep. 3, 2, 1, go.
And I got duck hook. Like that fast. Duck hook. I must be an Oregon guy.
One.
And what do we do to the cup here? What hole is this? We were doing +5 or +10. Man, it always seems like we should be doing a negative number on this hole. It's way in the heck uphill.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, it's not an elevation adjustment. It's just an extra adjustment.
Well, and it rolls out on the green here and it breaks really hard to the right. So if you have the speed right going towards the cup as it's floating towards the cup, it breaks about 2 feet to the right. And if you're going too fast, it doesn't catch the break and it goes off on the left. And if you're going a little too slow, it breaks really hard to the right.
Okay, I think so. I think I got half of a backspin with this shot. I still don't think you need a full backspin.
.37. I'm doing a 4-mile-an-hour pull. Adding on 10%. There's 4. Let's see if we can get the bounce through. I was getting a call. We're looking for around 312, and I got 311. That's what we're looking for. 10% to the cup.
Wait.
Man,
Wait. Yeah, the rock.
last time the wind was coming from the other direction, it was like I needed to add it on a little more.
314.
Did you get 314?
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
yeah, I was in the
+10 and 2 top. Or +10. 2.2 top.
Yeah, but I hit it in here last time. I did the +10, and it was like which way was the wind blowing? Did I over pull it? Under pull it?
Yep. If you don't put it on any side spin at all, just put top spin on and then move your target and leave it. I think it's you're gonna need about 2 rings or 2 squares short of the hole.
It's 3.74 rings. There's 3.5. There's 3.75. Oh fuck! Anticipation on that. And that was. If it had been on track, it might have been a little bit. It actually might have been a little short. Because it runs out there, so if you run your ball guide all the way up to the hole, it'll run way the hell past it. If you're on track, it'll hit the flagpole and bounce off, or bounce over the hole. That was a pretty good picture. If you go back and rewind the video from that point, you can see where it breaks off to the right and it's downhill towards the cup. So it's kind of uphill a little bit right before the cup, and then it breaks to the right.
All right, here it is. Get in.
Did you get in?
No. I needed another.
I would have been a little bit short even if I would have hit it
Okay.
perfect, but I
Oh,
definitely want
20%.
to try and clear that shit up. What's happening? All right, we're on. What is this? This is the big par 4. I don't even want to talk about this hole. I'm just gonna go grab my bag. I'm gonna grab bag number 4, 5, 6.
I think this one's actually a straight tailwind.
And I'm playing with a Titan. Actually, I'm not playing with a Titan. I am playing with a Titan. Am I playing with a Titan? I am playing with a Titan. And what are my notes on this? I need to actually go back and watch Odd Odds round and see what I did on some of these holes. I'll just have to wing it when I get out there.
Not good plan.
I think I was doing 5 topspin. Plus 10% on the drive.
Yeah, use
Max OP with an APOC. And a
plus 10,
Zerk.
max top, left, use the wind.
So it's going to be even worse with what I've got. So we're definitely going to have to. Well, we're definitely going to have to wing it. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
I went almost at the same time as you. And I got somebody already. All right, let's see what we can get down here. I'm going to have to wing it. I think with the power 3 ball, I had to run out all my topspin.
Oh, yeah.
And I had to use the wind.
Fuck it. I'll do a max off. Everything max.
But I think with what they're doing, their setup, they only need to use five topspin. And they had all of their topspin on. Let's see if they catch it. Nice. That shot will work. That dog will hunt right there. Now let's see if I can do the same thing. And I have inferior equipment to that as far as ball.
I just barely clipped her off. That's okay. I'm safe. It's going to be like a 80% wedge though.
Okay, from there, I'm 2, there's 1. Oh, fuck, I hit that 7,000 ring straight to the right. That'll lay me up here and then right into the sand. Okay, I got the shot in my bag.
Oh my god. That's the first time I've seen someone hit the rough at the back.
Spitfire shines on this shot. Say that one more time.
My opponent hit the rough behind the fairway. That's 80%.
My opponent's using a Firefly 5. I like Fireflies, but if you got a Firefly 5, you've got a Rapier 8. Maybe 9. But I used the Firefly as soon as I got it. I used it for a long time. My experience with wedges is very limited. I've used a Firefly and a Rapier. I used an Inbringer for about a week. I got tired of missing shots. Then I reused it because Kyle convinced me to and I tried it out, and I went back because I got tired of missing shots. All right, where am I at in my club? There's max. There's mid. So I'm in the quarter. So I'm in about the 8 per ring range.
What? Oh my God! Again.
Okay, it's 8 per ring.
Okay, fuck that 20% shit.
There's half a ring. There's 4. And I'm going to do a little. Let's hit it perfect. Hitting it perfect. Get in the hole. Get in. Ha 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 ha. Oh, that's a heartbreaker right there. That's twice I've missed it. I was in the rough both times on that hole, and on the front I had a pitch to go in and missed the pitch. And had a great opportunity right there. I
lost.
Well, if I added on, I was thinking about adding on 10% on that shot, so that would have been like 4-6. And if it's 4 per ring, I was trying to think of like a 1/7 of a ring. And that's about what I moved to. I mean, I made the adjustment as good as I could make it on that. But the wind pushed me off, or I made a bad adjustment, one of the two. But that sucked. Arrgh. I'm arrogant enough that I expect that when I hit a perfect shot with my rough iron and my sand wedge, that it's going to go in the hole.
I wouldn't call that arrogant.
I mean, but I know how to set those shots. I know how those clubs work. Those clubs don't work the same, and I've had a lot of success with them because I know how to set them up, and I just expect that they're going to go in. All right, let's forget that hole. It's one hole at a time, and we're on hole 16.
Sandwich, rough iron, any of those 4 clubs. I feel if I hit any of those 4 clubs perfect, it should go in every time. Prove myself wrong today, though.
Grizzly and a cat. I'm ready. What are we doing on the back?
3, 2, 1. Here's my notes for the back.
Here, hit play. Let's go. And we'll.
3, 2, 1, go.
Come on. Come on. I got duck hook again. Rat bastard. So what are your notes for the number?
My note says plus 30. So whatever you're doing before, and then just do plus 30. However you set it up. I'm going 3 left and 2 back.
They're using a Tsunami 4 with a Quasar. And a Tsunami, like the Goliath, hits 135. I'm not sure if at level 4 it hits 135. But it's a hitting long iron. This is why I have a katana written down. I'm not sure if I'll be able to I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to hit this with my Grizzly. With this wind, because I'm not sure I have enough room I'm not sure I have enough room against my red line. I may have to bring out a Kingmaker.
I'm terrible. Oh my God.
Katana. I do have enough room. I got plenty of room.
I quit.
You quit?
I hit so far great. I just went in the water.
That's what we call in the business. No good. Serious? 4-3. I guess that's what we should have practiced with our practice accounts, maybe.
I already did. And I did equally as shitty. Well,
Didn't
I
they
think I
perfect?
shot 29.
Let's see if I can make one of these par threes this week. I haven't even been close, and that's exactly where it's been coming out. And I did a plus 30 there, so I'm not sure if it's bouncing out wrong or if I should be doing a plus 60.
Now I have to get a hole in one on my second shot.
I'm gonna write that down. I can think of several par threes that I play in the game where, like, if you go out there and you watch Tommy, or if you get notes from anybody else, they're talking about plus 10 or plus 15 or plus 30, and I'm doing a 65 and making hole in ones. I can think of one par three that I do, two par threes that I do. One I do a 50 on, and I think Tommy says to do a 10. We are taking the shots from different spots on the course. And then there's another one that we're taking the shot from the same spot, and I'm doing a 65. And I actually think of that hole as a hole-in-one hole now. All right. No dice. Which way is the wind blowing on this hole?
Oh,
Doesn't matter which way the wind's
I
blowing.
almost made it.
APOC and a katana.
Like 1.5.
Taking my number 5 bag.
Motherfucker. Oh, I'm so shit.
Taking my number
the
5
weekend,
bag
man.
and a kingmaker. I'm gonna. No, excuse me. I'm taking a katana.
Where are you going? Bouncing.
I'm gonna do the bouncy bounce because I'm practicing that shot, because that's the shot. If
well, no, you've got it. From what I watched in the videos, like you got that pretty good. So
yeah, but here I don't want to pull out a power 5 ball to take it, so I'd have to put it. It's a weird setup with a power 3 ball. I think I got a better chance just doing the bounce that he bounced. All right, you ready?
yep. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, I was doing 5 topspin to 5.5.
But you're using that power 3 ball.
What I
Only
should do is
5?
see
Huh?
what I should do is run out all the topspin and see if I could do the bounce on the island, bounce in front of the sand, bounce past the sand, and then roll up towards the cup. And that would give me a lot more separation down there, and I could straighten the shot out. I'm going to try and see if I can do
You'd
that.
have more. If you pull back, you'd have more room. Like left.
Yeah, because I've been trying to get my second bounce on the far side of the sand. And what I'm talking about is I'm in this area right here and I have to put curl on it. But if I pull back my shot setup, I may be able to straighten the
That's
shot
not a
out.
bad idea.
I was watching somebody, they hit to the other side, but I was watching when they stretched it out there, and I was thinking to myself, maybe I should adjust that shot and make it easier on me. Maybe it'll work. I might have to switch.
Why would you make things easier? Come on, that's no fun. Really? You just.
And my opponent might be in the drink. No, they got stuck up in the ref.
But
right
he's
there.
mad because he didn't get a hole in one.
What I'm talking about is coming over into here and switching to my number 1 bag and running out all the top spin and seeing if I can get second bounce, third bounce over. No. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 top spin. Three 5, and I'm doing a 10%, so I'm doing 3 8. I'm gonna put some curl to bring it back over to the fairway.
Come on, let's make a highlight reel shot here for once.
Hit it perfect.
Well,
Now
that's
it's
a
all
good
about
speed.
if I cleared the sand on the other side.
Oh,
Cleared it?
oh my goodness. I aimed too far
Not
right.
quite enough topspin. Needed about 5.5.
Beautiful shot.
I needed 5.5 topspin instead of 5.
What, to bounce over the sand? Like
Yeah. I mean, to get over the sand, you can clear with 5, but if you want to run all the way up and be pin high, I've got a long putt from here. If I'd had that
Oh,
half.
so you went second bounce over the bunker?
Yep.
Still?
Yep. So I did 5-5. I get a better run up to the cup, and it breaks. My shot's coming in on the right hand side, but it breaks to the left. So the variable in that shot is the curl.
I was like a square past the cup, and I mean I had a tap in right there. That was close. I just aimed a little bit too far to the right. I'm gonna watch that video before my next round and see where I was aiming, and then just move that like a square or two to the left.
Woo!
From where
that was a long ass putt. If you watch my videos on a regular basis, that was a long ass putt for me. I wasn't into overpower, but that was a long putt for me. I'm not a fan of long putts.
Alright, I need to get albatross.
All right, so the best that I can shoot is a 28. Look at how shitty that round was. I'm still an 80th.
Yeah. Actually, on my other round, I used power 4 on this one.
Which way's the wind blowing?
So, headwind.
Headwind.
And then, so on your second shot, it's straight headwind.
Straight headwind.
First shot's a little bit right to left, but I'm going to use a armadillo ball.
Now I'm going to use a Kingmaker.
444. Yeah, Kingmaker's good too. You got more distance off the tee. Still going to need to use some more, some OP though.
Oh yeah, I'm going to have to do probably max OP. I've been doing 3/4 with tailwind, so with headwind I can do max.
I'm hoping it's not max, but that's why I'm going to use a power 4 ball instead.
Oh, you won't have to do max if you're using a power 4. You ready?
Well, I got X amount 8, so top spin's not as much.
Oh.
Yep, 3, 2, 1, go.
Come on. Come on. Did you get anybody yet?
Just as soon as you asked, I got crude.
No, I'm spinning. I'm spinning down the course, and I'm spinning. Come on. But of course. Thank you, Gunner. The Gunner. I just read a series of books where one of the characters in the book was his name was Gunner. Gunner. Kidnapped the prism.
It was funny one.
I can't remember what the name of the book series was.
My apprenticeship started. I was working for a stress relieving heat treating company.
Yep.
And there's only 2 of us, and then we had an electrician with us, and his name was Bill, but his nickname was Gunner. And then there was me. My nickname was Dunner. So we got Gunner and Dunner. And then the Frenchman electrician. Those electricians are getting a little bit weird, man. Too many amps, I think.
We've been shocked too many times. That's probably true. I have been shocked a few times. I'm going to do that much. Just probably like a 15% adjustment.
Oh wow, this is overpower's terrible.
Hitting it perfect. I haven't done max overpower all week on this hole because we've had like sidewind or a little bit of tailwind, and with the tailwind I was able to use it and do about half overpower and got to 4 over 4. So that was with max overpower against that piddly little wind. And,
yeah, I'm only 3.
And could only get to 380 something. So my second shot, I'm definitely not going to have the shot I've had all week. I'm going to have to start off to the side where my opponent's starting. I've been starting off in front of this.
So you're probably going to be in a range where you can set it up like I am. It would be a max. Well, first of all, give yourself room because straight headwind on the second shot. So give yourself, you're probably gonna need like all 5 rings away from the red line
Yep.
to set up here. But look to do your red ring by that little nipple that sticks out there. And then from there, you just have to spin it. Do your spin and leave yourself. Well,
Is my opponent going to make this?
Through the hole.
Ooh, that was close. That was close. All right, I'm going to do the win first, so that tells me how many rings I need to be away from the red line. Let me see where my red line's at. I'm going to do a three ring pull. Exactly. Oh, I swear, if I hit this perfect and it doesn't go in, I'm going to be pissed.
Oh my god, timed out. I'm fucking terrible this weekend around.
And I can't hit perfect.
I got into a shitty spot where it was the same thing as the other hole where the ball guide went super crazy. It's like you move it a little bit and it's like way past hole to the left, and then you move it a little bit down to the right.
I had my speed right.
Dicked around.
I had everything going on
I'm not
that
even
except for
gonna
the
give a fuck.
perfect.
This is terrible.
No, that's good. I still got my odd account. I've been playing better in it this week, so it has an opportunity to go for a major win. That's how it works in the majors. I've either done really well in the majors or I've done shitty in the majors. That's the way it usually goes. Peace be with you, clan. I am in 54th at minus 27. And I'm not even the highest minus 27. Let's see. You think I fell down. Like this person fell down as well. They shot a 30 and a 14. Let's see what's at the top of my bracket. I'm thinking, and I never look because I don't want to know. My caddy, when we don't talk about like where everybody's at. I don't give two shits where everybody else is. I'm playing my game, and I could care less about theirs. But if I look at their score, I may be influenced by it. So I don't ever look. I think at the top of my bracket that everybody in the top 10 shot a 31. And that there's at least a 32 or a 33 at the top. And it's got to be at least the top 8 shot a 31. Let's see. Let's see if I'm right. I think the top 20, at least the top 20 are, we're talking 30s.
Right now. Come on, that's terrible.
Let's see where the 30s start.
I shot a 29 yesterday.
15th.
30 bracket.
15th is the 30s start at 15. I was a little off on that. So with 30s at 15, it's got to be the top at least 5 or 6 shot better.
This bracket right now, with 5 hours 37 minutes to go, there is one person who shot a 30. Fucking 30 would have won me the tournament. Simple, easy peasy.
So this is exactly what I've been talking about all week. The top 15 shot 30 or better, and the top 10 or 10 of those, so from 15th to 5th, shot 30, and the top 4 are 30 plus. So at 4th place we have 30 minus 31.
Yeah,
and
a 12, a 20, and a 30.
And in 3rd place we have a minus 31. Let's see what their tiebreakers were. Minus 28, minus 27 for openers, minus 29 for openers. So we're in the opener. So 2nd place is a minus 31, and 1st place is a minus 31. I'm surprised that nobody in this bracket had a breakout But this is exactly what I thought. If you can shoot better than a 30, you got a shot at a banner. And you have to shoot better than a 30 to get a shot at a banner, and that's right where we're at. So odd odds brackets they're always tougher. So I would say we're looking at something like this, but the top, I'd say at least 2 of the top 3 are going to have shot better than a 31. So all you got to do is shoot a 16 around. If you pick up the par 4s and anything else, then you're winning.
Yeah.
But it doesn't help when you don't pick up the par 4s. What did I shoot? I missed hole number 1 on the front, and I missed number 6 both times. Those are the shots right there. And number 6, I had a clear shot at it the first time, and I didn't get the wind right. And on the backside, I had a clear shot I hit perfect and didn't get the wind right with my Spitfire and missed both times. Both of those shots were heartbreakers because they were close, super close. All right. That's how those tournaments go. That's why we play them. I love playing in tournaments. Come on. I don't like getting 50. I don't like getting 54th though.
All right, man. I'm gonna go play some NHL with my stepbrother. So.
Yep. Have fun. Good night.
Right on.
Everybody, thanks for watching. Stay safe, and we'll catch you on the next tournament.